Well, hey, I was just about to do this. A lot of people have asked me recently how to mix the Bifen IT. And one of the first things you need to remember with this stuff, it is a poison. It's a pesticide. Its the total purpose is to kill. So when you buy this stuff, the first thing you need to remember is always read the directions. And the company that makes this Bifen IT, they don't give you just a single sheet of paper or something written on the jug. They take a booklet, a little pamphlet. It's, let's see, 42 pages in all, not counting the section for notes, where they have all the information the do-it-yourselfer is going to need for using the Bifen and everything they need to know about it. So I highly suggest that anybody that does decide to do this on their own, read the directions. And usually the directions are taped right to the front of the jug or on the back side of the jug. So always remember to read those directions. Once you've read those, it's the same thing for every time you use it, I'm pretty sure. Or it is for me anyway. On page 10, in the booklet, you'll find a chart. That chart tells you how to mix the Bifen according to the usage you've got. For example, with me, I've been using a 1 gallon jug on my little test area. And by the way, we're going out in a few minutes after I mix this. I'll show you how to mix this stuff. We're going to go out and inspect the test area and see if there's any new nests or anything that may have cropped up, because I haven't had a chance to spray the entire test area. I've only been doing the individual nests themselves. Because of the results I've had so far, I'm more than willing to say that if I spray the entire lawn, chances of another nest appearing during the 3 to 8 month period that they claim Bifen IT works, chances of it seeing another nest are slim to none at all. That's how well this stuff works. I'm really impressed with it. So anyway, remember to read the directions. Very important. Now, in mixing this, one thing I've noticed, one thing you have to remember is you have to have something that gives you a pretty close or pretty exact measurement. Some people would use, if you buy the smaller container, the starter container, if you squeeze the bottle, it's got a tube on it that goes up in. It feeds a special section of that bottle that you just pour your mix into, and it's pretty exact from what I understand. I've never used it, but I went whole hog and I bought the 3/4 gallon jug, and I had to have something to mix it with. So you probably know what this is. It's a mason jar, ball mason jar. On the side of the ball mason jars, they have a pretty accurate measurement themselves. You can't really see it very well on the camera, but it measures all the way up to it measures in 2 ounce increments. And I tried the Bifen IT with their recommended 1 ounce mix, and it didn't seem to do as good a job as mixing 2 ounces to a gallon. So I kind of made an adjustment, and for me, for my area, in my test area, because of the fierceness of the fire ants, they try to find ways to keep coming back, and they'll always recreate a new nest. I haven't had many, but I've had a few. Anyway, I've marked on here where the 2 ounce mark is. So today I'm going to make a batch, and you guys can all see how I do this. Take the cap off. Always never let children near this stuff. This is very toxic. Not to the skin, but if they should happen to ingest it, you want to call the poison control people right away. So here we go. And here we go, right there. That's all you need, right there. This comes in a milky white liquid. In its original solid form, it's like a block of wax, and it's really good stuff. You can't beat this Bifen IT. Now, this mixed with water comes up kind of pale and kind of milky, and in my jug, you can't see it. As the as it's filling up with the chemical in the water mix, you can't see it in that jug. But food coloring, in this case, red. We're going to make some pink Bifen IT. And I'm just going to add 10 drops here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Yeah, that's how easy that is. And now I take this, just pour it straight in there, just like that. Get as much of it in there as you can from the glass. When it gets down to the drip, swing the water, toss it over to the sink where you're setting up. I do this indoors. Some people do it outdoors. But this glass now has residue inside it. I turn the cold water on, just regular tap water. Just make sure I get around the edge there, it's pretty good. It'll foam up like that, don't worry about it. Just pour it right in there. Make sure you rinse that glass out real good, or whatever you're measuring it with. Try not to get it on your hands, and if you do, wash your hands really well afterwards. Very important to wash your hands. Make sure you get all of that residue, a little bit more than that. But you want to get as much of this poison in this jug as you can. So that's done. Now, I use my sprayer because I can't get the sprayer unit under the faucet. And I just hold it right there. I'll hold this edge. And you'll see as it fills up, you'll see the jug start to turn pink. Always point your measure towards you, so on the side of your jug, so you can see where it is. You don't want to go past that measuring point. If you do, you'll be finding yourself not getting the proper pressure in your tank. So we're going to fill this puppy right up. And then we're going to go hunt some fire ants. Also, if you use the Bifen IT inside your home or your apartment, adjust your sprayer nozzle to as fine a mist as you can get, because you don't want this puddling up all over the place. It doesn't stain. It doesn't have an odor or a really strong bad odor. Inside the tank also, this will foam up a little bit. But I think I've just about got it. Here we go. There. Turn the water off. Now you take your plunger unit, lower it down inside there, just like so. Turn it to lock it down in place. Oh, and whenever you buy one of these tanks, also it's very important, make sure that you've got a valve on the side of this. Because when you build pressure up in these tanks, you go to unscrew this, there's a chance if there's any pressure in there, and you got too much pressure in there, when you want to screw this, sometimes it'll either vapor lock and you won't be able to unlock it. You'll have to find a way to bleed the pressure off. Most tanks have this bleeder valve on the side. If it doesn't have a bleeder valve, take your line here, squeeze the trigger, hold it, or have somebody hold it while you try to unscrew that. But usually the new tanks that I've seen these days all have this bleeder valve on the side. All you do is kind of push it to one side like that, and it bleeds any excess pressure in the tank out. And that's a fabulous thing. Now we're going to get ready and we're going to go outside. We're going to pump this up. and we're gonna hunt some fire ants.